Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley. Hey, let me just say this real quick. Who in the hell is scared of Devin Haney after that last performance? Shit. I come back at 147 or come back at 145. Shit. Scared of Devin Haney after that last performance? A man scared to get hit. That man don't want to be touched. That's easy work. Easy work. So with that being said, Teofimo Lopez, is it a duck? Oh, y'all can call it a duck. Y'all can call it a duck, but y'all come in here because y'all want original takes. Not takes that you hear from other people. No, original takes that's been in the game. And I see things a little differently than most people. That's why a lot of people don't understand what I be saying. They don't get me. It is what it is. But yo, check this out. This could be a power play. This could be a power play. Here's why. Look, Teofimo Lopez, right? He wanted to fight Boots. Why did he want to fight Boots? Why did he want to fight Boots? Because there was more money on the table. That's why. One, maybe he thought he can beat him. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought he had a good chance. However, Boots didn't take the bait. Boots didn't want to fight. Boots going to 54, that's my opinion. Or Boots might even want Norman Jr. I think this came out of his mouth. He wants Norman Jr. After Norman Jr. go to Japan and knock that guy out. Because Norman better knock that guy out. That's easy work. He easy to get hit. But anyways, back to my point. So he was going to get paid more money. He was going to get a shot at the ring belt. He was, willing to go up to 47 for that. Absolutely. But it was definitely for more money. I heard it was astronomical money. So then Turkey says, nah, I want you to face Haney. That's who I want you to pay. But I'm going to pay you less money. I'm going to pay you 11, 9, whatever it is. I don't know. I heard him reported. I heard it was reported about 11 million for Haney. Nah, that's not enough for Teofimo Lopez. But this is probably his reasoning why. I'm just thinking about this. What Teofimo Lopez has done in this game, right? Short period of time. Called his shot, beat Lomachenko. Called his shot, beat Taylor. I keep going back to that. Yes. He feels he's done a lot in the sport, right? Then you take a look at Ryan Garcia. Social media darling. Millions of subscribers. My God. Millions of subs. Millions of viewership. You know, the guy is hot. He's a hot commodity. Ain't won a world championship at all. But he gets paid $20 million to face, sorry about that blower, to face Rolly Romero. Now, I know that fight was for a championship or whatnot, but he still lost. And I know Ryan Garcia's hand is hurt or whatever excuse they want to make. It is what it is. He couldn't pass on that bag, regardless of winning a fight or not. He couldn't pass on that. But he getting paid $20 million. That's beside the point. So Teo has done a lot more in the sport, and he feeling like, I deserve more money than that. So he knows that there's more money on the table. He understands that there's more money on the table. And so what he's doing is, I think, he's standing his ground. You want to know why? Because when you know the pieces, when you know all the chess pieces, right, and you position them right, and you see where they're going, you say to yourself, I see the play. I see what you're trying to do. However, you only got a limited amount of moves, my guy. Turkey, Al-Sheikh, Turkey, all he is a distributor. And he knows that. And he has limited inventory. Limited inventory. And guess who signed with Turkey? Yeah, Lopez. He signed with Turkey. And so Turkey has dates. Turkey is going to need him to fight. Yes. Or Turkey's going to have to go out and find other guys to sign to be able to fight against Haney. Because Garcia's injured. Who else they got? Rolly Romero's waiting on Pacquiao and see what Pacquiao does. Who else do they got for Haney to fight? Who else do they got for T.O. to fight? Boots already said no. So, what he's doing is he's being that spoiled little brat, right? And he's doing this because he tested the waters. He disrespected Turkey, came back, apologized, got back in good grace. All of a sudden, now the fight is on, and then he reneges on the fight. And he's saying, oh, I can play this game all day. But this is what I'm thinking. Because again, Turkey is a distributor. He not the plug. He not the king. You feel me? Now moving on, the only way this will stop happening is that they got to control it all. And that means the new entity, TKO, you just another fish in a big ass fucking pond. That's it. In a big ass ocean. Just another fish. That's it. But you ain't the king. That's the issue. You have to be the king if you're going to take over this game. And that means buying up all the promoters. So that way you have all the control of the fighters. Because you're going to get guys like Teofimo Lopez that's sitting back, recognizing the system and understanding that, man, buddy, you low in inventory. You're going to need somebody to fight. You're going to have to get somebody for me to fight, right? Yeah. And if you want me to fight Haney, you got to get that bread up because you just paid. Yeah. You just paid Ryan Garcia $20 million. Yes. You got to be the plug. You got to be the creator. You got to create some fighters, Turkey. Yes. Or you got to buy them all. And I'm talking about Top Rank, PBC, Golden Boy, so on and so forth. You buy all of them. Look, y'all got 3 billionaires sitting there, man. It's 3 billionaires sitting right there. 3 billionaire companies y'all got. And I know y'all got billionaire friends. I know y'all got billionaire friends. Y'all be going out on their yacht, I'm sure. However, buy them all up. That's how you do it. That's how you gonna win. And then you can start setting your prices. Because you own everything, right? You own New York, California, Texas, all the big companies. You have all the fighters as well, right? And stuff like this won't happen. T.O. is playing the game. That's what he's doing. Because he wants what he wants. And he feels he's worth it. But let me give you one more tip, though. One more thing. One more tip. And I'm out. See, there's difference. And T.O. got to understand this. And a lot of these fighters got to understand this. There's a difference between being a world champion, being a contender, being a household name, being a cash cow. There's a huge difference. See, Ryan Garcia's market is crazy, especially on social media and things. He's done a limited amount of anything in the sport of boxing, but he gets paid top dollar because of his marketability. See, T.O., you've done more, but your marketability is small. You want big money, but again, your marketability is small because of you, my friend. Not because of what you've done in the sport, because of you and how you've behaved and how you've done after your biggest moments of your entire career. Yeah. You retired after Taylor. Lomachenko, you held out after that, right? Then you hold out, jumped to Triller. Then it was postponed. Then you lost to Cambosis. A lot of what's going on, and a lot what's going on with your market is you. So you asking for all this big money, but your market is very small, unlike Ryan Garcia. So moving forward, all y'all young fighters out there, listen up. I'm not saying T.O. don't deserve it. All I'm telling you is the truth. That's it. He deserves what he wants. That's it, plain and simple. It is what it is. But a tip for y'all young fighters, get your social media game gotta be on fire. Get your social media game up. Push them videos. Sell yourself out there, man, for real. And you gotta do this well before you make it into the big leagues. You gotta do this from the amateurs, from the ground up, when you're a little boy. That's what you gotta do. All right, and young ladies as well. Because I've noticed that if you build that up, now you have bargaining tools. Now you have created your worth, because everybody wants to see you. And all these companies, that's what they want. They want viewership. And if you got major reach, yeah, you can be a Ryan Garcia and not fight for a world championship and make all that damn money. You feel me? Or you can be something entirely different, like an Oscar De La Hoya or a Floyd Mayweather or a Manny Pacquiao, where you still fight the competition. You're a big ass draw, and you're winning multiple world championships. But anyways, hey, Tio, this might be a power move. We're going to see if it's going to work. We're going to see. However, call it whatever you want to call it. Hey, that's my take. And you're going to only hear it here. I'm out. Peace.